Okay, everyone, up next, DOJ, Black Label, played by our own Juju Kenobi. And if you haven't heard him before, definitely check out his chaining tutorial on his YouTube. I'll link that in the videos because it's absolutely amazing. I am. Okay, everyone's live now. We live.
Great.
Okay, here we go. Stage 1. So as I understand, his scoring goal is going to be 2 billion. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Dodonpachi games, the thing about them that's crazy is that if you make one mistake, goodbye score. It's just absolutely brutal scoring system.
Yeah, just from a single chain break, you lose a couple of 100 millions. It's just absolutely insane. And even a death on the boss will make you lose your bomb bonus, which is not that crucial as it is in the original Dodonpachi, but still, basically one mistake and it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So he got that hyper early, so far so good. I remember in his tutorial video, he's saying that one of the main links, he already nailed it. So,
yeah.
So far so good.
The route he's choosing is extremely strict. It's every movement is basically routed, so all it's basically pixel perfect almost. You have very little time in between the chains. I think when you have a full chain meter, it is 1 second, 1 full second or something before it breaks the chain, so it's very tight. No room for error at all.
Not at all.
Oh, and that's a restart.
Yep, he's got 2 though. He's got 2 stage 1 restarts and 1 stage 2 restart. So use them, people. Definitely use them.
Yes. It was quite a bit of a strange place to die.
Yeah.
So maybe just the nerves. Maybe
I'm
just
thinking so, yeah.
Yeah. So you say his goal is 2 billion, but that's basically his PB, right? I think his PB is like 1.9. So
that's what he said. He said he's going for 2 bill. Maybe he's got some
just absolutely insane.
Hidden practice on us.
Well, but I mean, yeah, you broke your PB on Danmaku Unlimited 3 earlier as well, right? So why not Juju?
Yes. Today's the day, man. Today's the day.
Yeah. Today's the day of world records.
And PKA made it to Ura too. Don't forget that. That was crazy.
Yeah. Right. And here's the thing: when before Shmup Slam started, I was playing Pink Sweets and got a new world record, but I forgot to record. So today's the day of world records.
That's the worst, man.
Yeah, the battery just ran off halfway through the run, and I was just screaming in anger, but I didn't care.
So what are you recording off? Were you recording off a like camcorder, or how were you recording?
Yeah, whatever, man. Camcorder. Let's talk about DaiOuJou.
So he's repeating this section before. So far, so good. This is where he died earlier, right? Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a significant difference between the original Dodonpachi and DaiOuJou are the bees. In DaiOuJou, you basically want to pick them up the last moment, just before they reach, just before they leave the screen, because they are multiplied by your hit counter, and they are quite worth a lot of points. So you want to collect them just right before they leave the screen to get maximum points from them. And what they also give you is not only points, but also they fill up your hyper meter. And you can stack up to 5 hypers at once, and the hyper becomes more powerful, you get more chains, all that. So the game basically becomes something you want to route around the hypers that you always want to have the most juiciest hyper, preferably 4 or 5 hyper for the section with the biggest hits. So most Zakkos flying around, you want the biggest 5 hyper. And that's basically what his route is built around.
And that boss one is always really fun. I think it's a much more enjoyable boss one than DDP boss one. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So here we go, stage 2.
Yes.
The first really interesting chain, I would say. So this is very complex. I mean, stage 1 has some complex parts here and there, but stage 2 just ramps it up.
Yeah, stage 2 is, when it really gets going.
Definitely.
So I just love the hyper mechanic in DaiOuJou. Being a DDP player, I always get a little bit jealous whenever people start hypering and stuff. Just because it makes it, for me, it seems like, I'm not an expert DaiOuJou player, but it seems like it gives a little more freedom to what you can do. Where in DDP, it's like locked in what you can do because the chains are so strict.
Right, there's a lot of freedom in routing DaiOuJou, actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and I think it's even, I mean, you have even more possibilities in Black Label compared to White Label.
Yeah.
And what we are seeing here is Black Label, right? So, yeah, but nonetheless, the route he's choosing, like, obviously, is written down on paper, basically, so he's just following this one route. Like, no improvisation at all.
No, definitely not. And what's interesting is that, so, of course, I just talked about his tutorial series, but he also did a write-up for me almost a year ago now, where he talked about his methodology of learning shmups and learning DaiOuJou, and it was extremely methodical. I thought it's really cool to listen to, where he's writing stuff down on paper, he's finding visual cues for everything. I always respect the way he approaches learning games, because it makes me jealous. I could wish I could learn them the same way he does.
Yes, definitely, and it's the same for me. The approach he's choosing is definitely very impressive. You said before that he has made this crazy detailed video guide on chaining of DaiOuJou, which is just absolutely brilliant. So he's not only writing on paper, which is super important, but also putting out those videos. And his approach is just amazing, his dedication, and it's just a great player overall.
I've always struggled with that link right there, but once you know how to do it, it doesn't look too bad. The link into the 2Bs off of that.
Yeah, right. You have to delay it a little bit with the item carrier.
Yeah. So this boss is troll. It's a
it's especially the first half. It's completely random. Which attacks uses, and especially if you are hypering like Juju is now, it becomes even more difficult, and it's very tough. The second phase is not too difficult, save for the last form. So the last one, this one.
The nice part in Black Label is this slows down for you a little bit. In White Label, it does not. It just goes at you full speed, so...
it's silly, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Black Label, for the slowdown, for sure.
Yes. So upcoming is Stage 3.
I have a really funny story about Stage 3. When I was first playing Shmups, I was playing White Label, the PS2 port of this, and I literally thought Stage 3 was impossible. I thought it was like, okay, how are people supposed to beat this game? I thought,
for survival, you mean, right?
Yes, strictly for survival. When I was first learning shmups, this stage is straight up impossible. But obviously, I've learned since then.
Stage 3 difficulty spike.
Yeah. Hey, Gus, how's it going?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it is the classic Stage 3 difficulty spike, for sure.
Yeah. And especially for the boss, this is so much true. I mean, basically, the Stage 3 boss is more difficult than the one from Stage 4, right? Especially the final. It's just crazy. But yeah, I'm very excited to see whether we are seeing a full chain here or not, if he's going for the link.
Right, for the mid-boss.
Yeah. Which is just insane.
I have his fault.
Let's see. I think he is actually not going for it, to be honest.
He used his hyper there.
Yeah. He has to bomb even. Yeah.
He'll regain... Okay. So, he lost his max there, but it's kind of early on in the run, so...
Yeah.
Like, losing your max sucks all around, but since it was...
there was another mistake, actually. He's off route.
He should be okay with this fight. He should be okay.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, yes. So the next bomb item, is there even another bomb item in Stage 3? I don't
it's coming up right here.
Oh, this, I forgot about this one, of course.
Yeah, I love that bomb
So hopefully not too bad.
So, this safe spot after the mid-boss. This is also Black Label only.
Right.
Right, yeah. for the second half of stage 3, this is much easier than the first, I would say. So
Yes.
you have a lot of mid-sized enemies, you get a lot of cancels, and just for survival and also for chaining, I think this is pretty easy compared to the rest.
Yes, what's interesting about it is if you're an experienced cave player, like the whole thing makes sense to you and you're like, okay. But if you're just picking up cave games for the first time or shmups for the first time, this end section here seems like insanity because you don't know how to manipulate the patterns correctly, you don't know how to manipulate the things. Yeah, I really struggled this for a long time. Then I figured it out. I was like, oh, okay.
We also have a small clarification. Some people are correcting us, rightfully so. His goal is not 2 billion, but 1 billion in this live run. So that seems more doable, right?
Well, I have high expectations, Juju. I need the 2 bill for you to get off the stream.
Yeah, get the 2 bill. The 1 bill is just a lie.
Okay, whoops. Sorry, man. It sounded pretty cool, though, right? So I love this boss fight. One of my favorites in shmup history. I love this fight.
Yeah.
One time someone pointed out that little arrow underneath the... You see the cannon? There's like the arrow pointing to the cannon.
It's an arrow.
That always makes me laugh. Like, what the hell is that supposed to indicate? Like, fly here so it would blow your head off, or?
Here comes the bullet.
Or is it supposed to be like a camera? I don't know. Think about this too much.
It's pretty messed up. Just putting arrows on bosses. That's not how it goes.
So this pattern here is pretty easy to manipulate once you learn how to do it. Like, the first phase isn't too bad once you learn it.
Right. No, here we go for the second, right? So this is just hell.
Yes, he has a nice hyper, so he'll probably hyper the grader. No, he's too cool for that. That's what I do, but he's too cool for that.
Oh my god.
He might hyper this grader, though.
Yes,
there you
hyper
go.
point blank. Alright. Played it safe.
Nicely done. So he was out of reset zone quite a while ago.
Grader.
Also, if you want to leave the screen, STG Weekly is also streaming right now.
Holy crap, the competition.
Yeah.
STG Weekly streaming?
Yeah, they are actually streaming, I just noticed. Pretty amazing. Well, there you go. But let's go back to DaiOuJou. I'm just saying.
So I think his rank is looking really really solid right now. It doesn't look too out of control.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, he still hasn't died yet, and the bomb isn't too bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that bomb, not too big a deal. Especially in he's got another loop to go. He's got plenty of time to get that bill.
Right.
How much does he lose by bombing?
Well, he bombed pretty early on, so I don't know DOJ number scoring, right? Because it's very different than DDP, but just because it's early on, it isn't as big of a deal as middle. Like, if he bombed in stage 5, or even this stage, it'd be more of a big deal because the max bonus is lost.
Yeah, the max bonus I think isn't that important anyway. I mean, it's a couple of hundred millions for sure, but nothing compared to the original DDP.
Yeah, where it's like
the place where he was bombing was stage 3, so the chain for this stage isn't important at all. It's, I think, like 30 or 40 or something.
Yeah.
So he lost some points, but he can still get the 1B.
He's
maybe
still
even
got
the 2B.
He's still got plenty of room to work with. Not a big deal.
So you just chained through probably one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult sections of the game.
Yeah, the minecarts.
It's absolutely insane to chain through this. It's really, really difficult one.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
Oh, sorry. I got scared a little bit.
Someone died.
Someone dead. You scared me. I was like, what the hell? Okay, so here is the cannon. If he kills the sides without killing the main cannon first, he'll get a secret extend.
Yeah, so left side down, he will hyper now, right side down. Oh, he missed the hyper by hypering the...
Oh, shit. That's actually a huge deal, because that's a 2-death swing. Because he lost...
He didn't get the 1-up.
He didn't get the 1-up, and he didn't... and he lost a life, so that's a 2-life swing right there.
So he lost 2 lives, and he lost basically 2 hypers because he used one and
Yes.
deleted one.
The one thing that we're trying to find silver linings is that Black Label is kinder than White Label, so it'll drop its rank pretty hard now. So it'll drop the rank on him. So he should be able to recover. But yeah, going into the second loop, it's going to be
in particular is that the bullets will become so slow that it will actually... Sometimes I feel it's more difficult than high rank because they're so slow and lingering on screen. It's just very uncomfortable. Or maybe it's just me, but a low rank Black Label just feels very difficult, but in the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm interested how that plays into the second loop. I think that section there, it's not a big deal. But it's really nice for the boss, though. To have low rank on this boss is really nice. Survival-wise. So you can always tell the rank by just kind of the bullet speeds. So this looks solid.
Okay.
So stage 4 boss. The first 2 attacks are, I would say, manageable, but the third one...
Third one is
very
awful.
tough.
Yeah. He's probably gonna... I don't know what he's gonna do, because
if you hyper
the boss, it gets more aggressive too. So it's kind of a... It can be a kiss of death to hyper the boss, which is kind of sad sometimes.
So second phase is basically free. Nothing is happening here.
Nice safe spot right there.
He's going for the milk, right?
Yes.
It's 3 points.
Yeah, that milk is hype as fuck.
Don't they, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, you just wait until you have those, the different pattern with the sets of 3. Like this one.
Yes.
He's going.
What's interesting is I'm pretty sure this pattern does not appear in White Label, or I have horrible luck because in all my runs in White Label, I've never got that pattern.
It does appear there, and it has the same chances as well. I think it's 50-50 even.
That's crazy, because I'm not kidding, I had like 15 runs in a row where I never got it or something. Maybe it's something I did, I don't know. It's weird.
Damn, I was watching it.
Nicely
done.
Look
at that hyper being fill up.
Yeah, look at all those hypers. Love this.
Insane. Yeah, he got the clever setup to just get all the hypers and use them immediately. Because especially this very first part of the stage is very lucrative for your chain. I mean, look at it. He's almost at 1,000 hit, right? It's insane. And that just gives you a really good head start.
And I'm pretty sure the more hypers you have, the more damaging your attacks are, right? Because... on bosses it's that way, so I'm assuming on regular enemies it's that way as well.
Yeah, it's the same, yeah. The stronger, the more hyper items you've collected, the stronger it is, yes.
Nice link there.
So for the mid-bosses we have all those smaller versions of the original Dodonpachi bosses coming up.
I love this. So I remember playing this first time, I'm like, holy crap. And it's kind of funny, this one acts like the second loop version with those side pink shots.
Right.
That's the second loop version.
And this whole track is based on DDP stage 1, right?
I don't know. Oh yeah, the backgrounds and stuff, definitely, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, never noticed.
Yep, it's even the exact same sprites and stuff, they just recolor them.
That's funny.
So this section always gives me trouble, but I think Juju's got it mastered, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's very difficult to keep your chain throughout this section. One of the more difficult parts of this stage for chaining. I mean, the rest of the stage, because there are just so many enemies on screen, it's comparatively easy to chain, because you're always hitting... Yeah, it's more about survival, right? But this section is not only difficult for survival, but also for chaining.
Yeah, I can see that. He's gonna move up.
Yeah, you see some hype aura milking coming up, right?
He's doing the aura milk.
Yeah, I see that. So he's leaving that bee alive because you can milk it. Because it becomes invulnerable when it's hanging out down there.
I think it's a cat. It's not a bee, it's a cat. If you look closely at the graphics, who controls the turret, it's a small cat.
Is that right?
It's true, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Never noticed that.
It's easy to be deceived, it comes out of a honeycomb.
Yeah, I know, what the heck.
Yeah, but then it's a cat.
And it's Dodonpachi, it's all about the bees. This is a fun mid-boss.
It is.
It's more fun than the actual boss in Dodonpachi, that's for sure. Ooh.
And he's still holding the chain, basically. And the latter part isn't too difficult, except for the, at least in my opinion, for the final stretch.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
can become quite difficult.
The
But
ropes, I always feel like the ropes are pretty tricky too. But it's
Right,
just
right.
me. Oh, there's going to be a section here, but he'll probably save his hyper, so it won't be that bad. But just before the final boss appears, there's a section with all these carrier tanks, or carrier ships.
Yeah,
that can
this
be
one's really
tricky.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yes.
nicely done there. So we forgot to mention that he's playing a expert ship, which is a combination, if you're a Dodonpachi player, it's a combination of shot and laser together, but the penalty is that you don't have as many bombs. But since bombing doesn't matter in Dodonpachi anyway, it's just flat out better, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all the highest scores are going to be played on expert ships, whether it's A or B.
But recently, DaiOuJou been updated to now count laser and shot scores, right?
That's right. They wanted to give them some sort of purpose, I assume.
Yeah. Got to give
I mean,
Sly
they're
another gold
only
record.
20 years late, so
Yeah.
good,
It
good
took
to
some-
see that they are finally opening up those categories.
It was a long meeting, man. It was a long meeting.
And he's chaining all through
Yeah,
this
man,
difficult bit at the
amazing.
end. That's amazing. So that's basically a full chain. That's the biggest point gain in the whole game.
Look at him.
1-5 chain.
Chain
Nice.
size
Great
is
score.
gold.
So really, besides that unfortunate mid-boss, very good run.
I
It's just
think he's
painful.
gonna make it bronze.
I always hate it.
Oh, this is so good. I'm
Yeah.
not sure why it works like
You
this.
got the
but
rank
it
high
does.
enough. If you get the rank high enough, it'll let you do that.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah, if
I
you're
see.
me and you're scrubby, your rank's always low, so you can't do that.
Get better.
One day, man. One day. I'm gonna follow his chaining tutorials and stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's-
the ropes.
that's-
If you go on the right side, you're dead. Just remember that.
Oh, damn.
So you always want to stay on the left.
Like, how exactly does this attack work? I never really understood it. And it looks so weird.
It's a weird attack. It's hard to kind of describe how it works, but basically never go to the right side ever. You're gonna die
Okay.
because they overlap. And,
But I still get trapped.
yeah, but it's just really random and weird. It's always
Well,
kind
I
of
guess I can just watch the tutorial, right?
basically, yeah. Once you get a feel for it, because you're just gonna weave in between those ropes and the blue bullets. Like once you get a feel for it,
Yeah.
it can work, but it's kind of always a little bit of a question mark for me at least.
Right. Yeah.
Nicely
so,
done.
Just finished
Final
the
right
first
there.
loop, and he is already over 700 million. So if 1 billion is his goal, he's close.
All right.
Yeah, man, he's got a
Yeah.
maybe a big 2 bill is on the table right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean the resources are still looking kind of good. 3
Right.
lives, and I think he has a bomb as well.
The thing about Dodonpachi games, though, is like, if you just play really good, you can make up for the resources. I don't know about the score, but the resources, you can just make up for a lot. Like, 1 life can carry you really far
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
for survival.
Especially if you.
Oh, holy
have
sh!
no
What?
bombs.
What was that?
What do you mean?
Have you seen that before?
Like the start of 2-1, you have iframes, and you're basically invincible, so you can go
Okay.
through. The
I've never seen that before, but maybe I
Oh,
don't
I
pay
see.
attention to the startup 2-1 enough. Yeah, it looks
Yeah, you can
sketchy
just
as
have
hell.
your iframes for a significant amount of time on. I think you have like 5 seconds or so where you're basically invincible and just do the swag move and go through the bullets.
One funny thing about DaiOuJou, we forgot to mention it, is it makes you choose whether you want to loop or not. Like, and so
Yeah,
if you
you
just
can
sit
choose
there
not
and
to.
hammer the button, it won't loop for you because it'll just be like, no.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I chicken out.
that's
It's too
happened
much
to a few
for me.
people.
And the thing is, if you can't read the Japanese,
Yeah, right. You just got a 50-50, man.
The game for use in Japan only.
Yeah.
right, they told you before. They told you on
That's what
boot
you
up, and
get.
you didn't listen. So now you're only two. You can't 2 all. You can only get the 1 all.
Another interesting change to Black Label that some people might not be familiar with is in White Label, the loops are kind of bizarre, where it will take away all your extends and make you start the second loop with just one extend. But in Black Label, they're like, okay, that was going too far, so they made it normal again.
Right. Yeah, White Label, I think it's a little bit unbalanced in terms of difficulty. It is too much. I mean, the first loop is your regular cave game, and then the second loop, and especially as you said, when it walks your life, it's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to go. And Black Label is just a normal game, and you can enjoy it. And White Label is just pure insane.
I almost feel like Cave was like, okay, we're sick of these damn super players taking all the time on the cabinets. We need to get these guys off the cabinets now. So they just like took all your lives. Like, hey, go, buddy.
And what's more, in White Label, when you die during Hibachi, you cannot continue. You cannot even throw in another credit.
Yeah, that's
it just goes game over. They don't want you to practice this.
Go home, kid.
Yeah, it's over. It's just silly. So I feel like Black Label is a little bit of a patch to White Label.
Yeah.
But then again, I like that White Label has less hypers, so it has a stronger focus on precise chaining, which I also prefer. And so I really cannot decide whether I want to play Black Label or White Label better, but I think at the end of the day, Black Label is probably the version to go.
Yeah, I've had the same thoughts actually, because if you play a lot of Dodonpachi, White Label feels much more Dodonpachi-like than Black Label, but it's also kind of jank, so I wish they made like a gray label, you know what I mean? Like they take Black Label, but then they put in...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they take Black Label, but then they make it play like White with all that, without all the stupid like.
I feel the same. Just make Gray Label reality.
Yes. Trap, are you listening? Make it happen. Really great, really solid chaining so far. Another thing to mention is that in the second loop, is your chaining more lenient in this one, or is that just Dodonpachi?
No, it's in this one as well.
Okay,
so it's, I think, double.
lenient.
So you have 2 seconds from a full chain meter until it depletes fully. So that's quite lenient, yeah. So you can mostly focus on survival, because that's the issue in the second event.
Oh, shit.
That's the very issue at this moment in time as well.
So he got worked by the mid-boss there.
Yeah. Well,
I almost feel like what happened is that he was expecting it to slow down, and it just didn't. It kind of hit me like
during
that.
this pattern, it doesn't slow down. It's very random, and it can mess you up. It's a tough one. Speaking about tough parts, probably one of the most difficult parts of the second loop in the whole game is just coming up. The 2-2 boss.
Oh yeah,
which is incredibly
absolutely, man.
and incredibly deadly. So this is a part we can look out for.
So
Well, they
remember
nerfed the 2-2
earlier in
boss
Slam
in
1
Black
where we were...
Label.
Oh, go ahead, Gus.
I mean, I heard that they nerfed it for Black Label. Is that true?
I'm not sure because I've never played the White Label version.
Well, I'm not sure either, but the thing with White Label is that you have higher rank anyway, so it's more difficult nonetheless. But the attacks themselves are pretty similar, I think, but I'm not too sure.
Let's see how it goes.
Nice. He got the bomb. He might as well, right? Because he died, so his max is already gone anyway. Might as well bomb. Like, that's just the wise thing to do at this
point
point.
blanking. Yeah.
Yes, nicely done there. I was going to talk all about the hitboxes and bullets and stuff, but he just speed killed the guy, so no need. You don't need to worry about hitboxes. He just speed
is
killed.
confirming that they did in fact nerf this boss in Black Label.
Oh, nice. Do you know what the changes were?
They nerfed the opening, because in White Label there's a high chance you're going to get walled in, but here it's actually dodgeable.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they did the same with the stage 3 boss final, so that you have in Black Label those small bullets, and in White Label you only have the big bullets, and it's also similar to the washing machine TLB final, where you have the small bullets in Black Label, and in White Label it's basically big bullets only. So some attacks are definitely changed as well, because White Label is just brutally difficult. And that's not saying that Black Label is an easy game by any chance. It is just incredibly difficult as well.
They just toned some of that stuff down a bit, basically.
Right, just a little bit.
I'm surprised that there's not more slowdown going on in those sections. It seems like That's what I would have expected,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's very fast-paced.
He got the chain.
Yes,
Going
nice,
to the
nice
mid-boss.
link there.
Oh, damn.
That was a horrible situation, man.
That's difficult now. He only has 1 life. I mean, he gets another extend in 2-4
Yes.
next stage,
On
but
that filthy
this
cannon.
is looking very difficult to recover from.
Yes.
It's going
But
to be a challenge.
Oh man.
Do you think he can get to the 1 bill, though, still? That's the question.
Tough. That's tough, because this is not a very high scoring stage. The next one is very, very difficult to chain. So if he can make it to 2-5, I think he can break the 1 bill.
Yeah.
But probably not during the next stage, to be honest. Or
got-
maybe he plays perfectly, then it's possible, but we'll see.
Yeah. So he's... Oh, man. He's got 1 extend. Okay.
Yeah, this is rough.
Let's see. Can you clutch it out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was not expecting to 2-all it. I mean, because that's some rough stuff, man. But the 1 bill is kind of what he's going for here.
Right. Why did he break his chain here? I don't understand.
I don't either. That was weird.
Why did that happen? No idea. Well, have to watch the replay. But this was strange.
I don't know, man. That was weird. I think sometimes certain enemies don't seem to give that much chain meter in the second loop, not as much as you'd expect. Especially the larger ones that you laser. I've just kind of noticed that when I play DDP.
Right.
That the larger enemies that you laser don't give you a big juicy stack of chain, even though you kind of would expect that.
Yeah. That was my problem when I tried learning cheat. Laser big enemy, you kill it, and your chain just drops right there.
Yeah, it's like, what? That doesn't seem right. Man. So
This is some good shit.
yeah, a lot of what his routing is really similar to the loop 1. It's just so much thicker, you know, right? Like
Right.
he doesn't really necessarily have to change his approach to the patterns. It's just much harder now. Whereas in some loop 2s, you have to just straight up change how you fight the patterns. I don't know about this.
So here we go for the final.
So here's
2-3 boss final is one of the run breakers.
yeah, he's got a hyper.
Let's see how he's doing.
Juju.
Oh, hyper a bit too early. He has to dodge
Bomb!
now.
Bomb, damn it!
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he didn't bomb, but he made
Did it.
Wow.
So if he can keep his chain maybe up to 2/3,
Yeah, I think he
or
can do
maybe
it.
to the
I
end
think-
of the stage, he has
think
that
he can
1
do it.
billion in the bag. He can do it. If he keeps his chain here, he can do it.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, he's playing really well. Like I said,
Yeah.
these Dodonpachi games are terrifying to do in live settings because they're so unforgiving.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, just...
It was a mistake all along.
Oh, shit, that was
another
weird.
death.
Well,
Damn.
like, that's not good. The only silver lining is that it was early in the stage, so it didn't really affect his chain that much. So, as long as he can just pull it together here, it's still on the table. It's still on the table.
He can do it.
But now it's scary, because when you play with no extends, that's when your hands get shaky.
Yeah.
That's when you're like,
You really
you
have to
really
dodge.
start to second guess everything you do.
Yeah.
So this will be super impressive. All he needs to do, if I was him right now, what I'd be thinking is make it to that mid boss and get the extend. Like, I would just think about that the entire time.
Right.
Like,
right.
not think about anything else. He's got a nice
Play
juicy
safe.
set of hypers. He might not hyper, right? Is that a thing? In the second
Yeah,
loop
he's
or-
not hypering during this section. He's saving the hyper for the next section after the big
right.
door, because there are a lot of
Yeah.
popcorn enemies and you want to kill them all with
Yeah.
hyper. So
Yeah.
don't hyper here.
Yep.
This actually
big
doesn't look
juicy
too much
hyper.
different than the loop 1 version. That surprises me.
Oh, it's a lot different because, well, for chaining at least, because
Oh, for chaining.
you have much more chain meter going on here in the second loop.
Yeah.
And the route itself maybe is not that different, right? But
Yeah.
for chaining, the first loop version is much more difficult. And here's the early hyper. He wasn't supposed to hyper that early, and now he's bombing.
Woo. I knew what
And
happened there. He
that's-
thought it was going to
that's
slow down
bad.
and didn't.
Oh, that's bad. One more bomb, but the extend is coming up.
He can use
And-
the bomb There's a strategy I call the mark strategy where you can use the bomb to get the extend. Where if you damage the left one and destroy it, and then you go over and bomb the right one.
He has to get that hyper because his route has a hyper, includes a hyper. He has to get it.
He can get it or bomb.
Yes.
Nice,
no.
Nice. He did it.
Maybe he didn't get it. Did he get it?
He got it.
Close.
No, shit. I thought he got it.
Oh my god.
That's brutal, man.
Oh man.
So, but he's not that far away from a bill. If he can pull it together through the boss and then get a nice juicy opening on, he's got to get through these rails though.
What the fuck?
These rails are the most difficult part in the whole game.
Yes.
These rails are just that's the most difficult.
Yes, bomb.
Holy shit. No
this
bombs.
Is where
no
it comes
lives.
down to.
It's just destiny.
And then here it goes.
Oh
No.
my god.
Dodge.
Holy shit. Fuck! What's happening? Oh my god. It's over.
He made the dodge and was like, I can't believe
Shit.
it. Oh, the
Great
rails,
run.
dude.
Almost.
That was so close.
I give him 8 out of 10.
Nicely done, Juju. That was a great run, though. Had us all
No,
sweating.
seriously, it was a good run.
So
Good
close.
shit. Yeah.
The thing, though, that you gotta respect is that he set his goal high to where, you know, he really had to push for it, and I always respect that, you know?
Yeah.
Great player, man. And, you know, it's always ballsy to play a DDP-style game in a live setting, because just so much shit can go wrong so fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Oh, I bet I know what's going through his head. He's like, that stupid mid-boss on that freaking thing is just ruining his day. Damn mid-boss. That ruins some of my runs, too, to be honest. That's why I came up with that stupid strategy of using the bomb on it. Because it's like, okay. Because if you die to it, it's a 2-life swing every time. So... Great run, though.
Yes.
That was unfortunate, too, because he was right there. And I actually thought he got it.
Yeah. I thought he had it in the bag.
That actually means he didn't get the extend on 1-4 and 2-4.
That's right.
That means he played with 2 lives less.
Yes.
Right?
And then he died on it, so that was a 2-life swing in the first loop.
I bet that never happened before to him, missing both of the fixed extends. That's just so unlikely. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, that
the
thing
nerves.
is a troll for sure.
Yeah.
Great job though, Juju. Nice.
Yeah, good job, man.
I mean, he made it to 2-4. I mean, that's no joke. I mean, if he went out in the first loop, that's one thing, but then 2-4, that's no joke.
Right.
Alrighty, so let's see what's on the schedule next.
Got a little bit of that Hellsinker.
Zarok playing Hellsinker, awesome.
Oh,
Self-commentating,
Hellsinker.
nice. Okay, man. Well, we'll flip over to Zarok playing Hellsinker. Stand by.
All right.